When we were approached to do this with the 1+2 coordinators, family learning team, and then we heard that Silk was getting involved, and we thought, how are we going to make this work? Because all of these different agencies coming together in a small school, but I'm happy to report that it really was fabulous. We sat down and we planned the project out with all of us. We looked a week ahead. We were always that wee bit for the space, how we were going to use the space, what the focus was going to be. And as well as having the learning of the French, as I say, it was all the other bit. We did a wee bit in French culture. We had visitors, the 1+2 coordinators brought visitors in from Lyon in France. They came to see what was going on. We had an author who came in, the lady who wrote the Louis stories. She came in and spoke to the children about her time living in Belgium. And that was all because, see, when you have 2 or 3 people in 2 or 3 agencies, it just came together beautifully for the children, and the experience they had was wonderful. It really was. The We For Me project in Springside Primary has been a really successful project with family learning. We rolled it out to families, expecting that we would get a few. However, the overwhelming, success of it was the fact that every week for 7 weeks we had 40 families who took part in this project. What we did was we brought families together with parents, a grandparent, an auntie and uncle, whoever was able to come. And over the weeks, what we did was we learned French in a fun way, but the most important bit of it was actually the engagement of the families. In Springside Primary, we're a small school. We sit in a very mixed catchment area, so any family engagement is looking to have better impact on children and their learning. Things like ambition and aspiration is something we've tried to build into all the work we do. The family learning team that have worked alongside us have come along. They have brought some lovely ideas. They've worked with the ideas we've had, and overall it's just been a big success. It's one of these things where we're now looking back at what we've done and what was successful in the hope that we can build on it for the next year. We For Me was based around about French. We thought about perhaps rolling that out and making it a Spanish focus. However, from talking to parents and children, believe it or not, it's the French aspect they want again. Now, as well as that, the family learning team, we have a family learning worker who's in the school every week. And some of the things she's done with the parents, again, have encouraged them all to come in, play a big part in their children's life. And this is what's going to make the difference to children's lives. It's the outcomes that we want, is the engagement from them. It's one of these things where if we all work together, it's not just about education, it's about raising aspiration, it's about self-esteem, self-worth, and really the kind of family dynamic. We have watched parents become more involved in what the children are doing for homework. There are certain aspects that the parents really like with family learning. We've found out that arts and crafts is something they love to come in and do. However, we've tried to build on and get some curricular aspects into that, and because of the other things being a success, they've also been a success.